Hi there, it's Hillary and welcome back for another Creative Faith video. Today I have a super special video because it is a collaboration with one of my team members. So if you don't know, I have a Creative Faith Connect team and they are an awesome group of women who love the Lord and do an amazing, phenomenal job sharing Creative Faith products and printables. And I do have a blog post with all of their links and where you can find them on social media, so I'll link that in the description box below. So today my collaboration is with JESSA. This is her Instagram feed. I'll link her Instagram and her website and her YouTube channel in the description box below as well. So JESSA does a phenomenal job. Her YouTube videos are some of my very favorites to watch. So this is one of her pages in her prayer journal, Creative Faith Christmas Prayer Journal. And she did a great unboxing of the ABCs of Christmas. This is one of my favorites. It was a process using the gratitude journal printables in her illustrating Bible that just turned out so beautiful. And then let's see if I can find it. Oh, she did some really great videos using the fall mugs printable. So be sure you're following her. And I thought there was maybe, oh, this was another one of her YouTube videos that turned out just so good using those cute little fall mugs. And so what we're doing today is we are doing a process in the Christmas prayer journal, and we are going to use the same 3 supplies on my little janky sticky note. We're going to use the same 3 supplies, and we are going to be working in Adore Jesus. So our 3 supplies are pattern paper, stamps, and washi tape. So I will link her YouTube video in the description box below where she is using those 3 things in her prayer journal for adoring Jesus. I thought I'd give you guys a quick little flip through of what I have done so far in my Christmas prayer journal. It has been a really fun project. I haven't been coloring in each day, but I've been going through it. So the first day was prayers for joy. So each day has a prompt, a few sentence devotion, and 3 Bible verses that you guys can use to journal and pray. So I used my teal pink Christmas mugs printable that I'll link in the description box below. A prayer for focus. Prayer for God's light. I used my finger to make these cute little Christmas lights. Prayer for my home. A prayer to spend less. A prayer for surrender, surrendering my plans to His. A prayer for my sweetie. I love how this page turned out. Cute little picture of us with our gingerbread house. A prayer for simplicity. A prayer for time to rest. I use the same teal pink Christmas mugs printable. And a prayer for missionaries. And so I'm filming this a couple days early. So a prayer today to adore Jesus. And so what I pulled is some pattern paper. I have pulled a couple stamp sets, and the best ink to use in the Creative Faith devotion books and prayer journals are chalk inks, and so I love these little Versamagic dewdrops. And then I pulled my favorite gold washi tape. So let me put you guys on fast forward now and get started. So I wanted to be sure to mention that you guys can get the Creative Faith Christmas prayer journals on Amazon. I'll link them in the description box below. And I do still have a few bundles. They include the Christmas prayer journal and a dot grid TN in my Etsy shop, and I'm going to put them on super sale. So if you didn't pick one up or you wanted to get another one to use this year or save for next year, now is a great time to grab one of those bundles on super sale. So be sure to check that out in the description box below. So I am cutting down this beautiful piece of pattern paper from the Planner Society to use as my background for the page. And I just love the patterns, the Planner Society pattern papers. They're really pretty. And I thought this plaid that kind of seemed a little bit Christmassy and went along with my teal pink Christmas theme I have going on. And I didn't want to cover up the prompt at the top or the devotion or verses at the bottom, so I just stuck it in the very middle of the page, and I am just thinking and meditating about what does it mean to adore Jesus with this season, and thinking about the wise men. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the other little piece of pattern paper I'm using is actually the backing of some ephemera that I picked up several years ago, so it still counts as pattern paper because it's paper with a pattern knot. So be sure to think about how you can creatively use your pieces and bits that you would maybe think to recycle or throw away, and see how you can use them in a creative way. And this "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him" stamp fit perfectly in that little bit. But I'm thinking about the wise men specifically and how they gave Jesus gifts and precious gifts, and how they bowed down and worshipped him. And the little devotion part at the bottom talks about what are idols that we need to give up in our lives this month, and probably as we're heading into the new year as well. So what are some idols that we need to give up? And I was thinking a lot about how I love to plan and know what's coming next, and how though God has different plans for us than we often do. I was thinking about how the wise men probably weren't expecting to take this epic road trip to find Jesus, and how they though worshipped and adored him and changed their path and their plan to just sit at his feet in humility. And I was just thinking about all of my plans for 2020 and my plans for December, and how everything keeps changing so very quickly. And the things that I had thought were going to happen didn't and won't, and but how I can still sit and worship and praise and adore Jesus anyways, because his ways are higher than my ways, his thoughts are higher than my thoughts. And so I pray that you would think too about what is an idol that you have, what is something that you are putting above Jesus, and how can you set it aside to simply sit at his feet and worship him, to shower him with gifts of your time and love and money and energy, and just simply adore him. And so that's just kind of some of what I was thinking about as I went through this page, and as I was praying, as I was stamping and taping and things like that. So you guys saw me use some really beautiful gold scallop washi tape. Gold washi tape is my very favorite, and so I wanted to for sure include some of that on the page, as well as just thinking about how the wise men brought gold and frankincense and myrrh, and so kind of thinking about how gold is symbolic of these valuable gifts that they blessed him with and gave him. And so I added some gold washi tape, and then I used this really pretty star stamp. It's kind of like a star garland, and I used green ink to kind of make it Christmassy, and I think it looks really cute at the top of the page, like garland draped across as a decoration. And then I wanted to also add some green on the bottom as well. And so in the stamp set that I have, there's this cute little green wreath, and I thought that would be perfect around the 3 Bible verses that are at the bottom of the page to kind of frame it. And so I know that doing things in groups of 3s is really eye-appealing when you're doing a Bible page or prayer journaling page. And so now I have 3 little elements, 3 stamped elements along the stars at the top, the "Oh come let us adore him," and then the wreath at the bottom. And I'm using this fun little clamp to hold it open as I continue to work. So next I am layering some more beautiful gold washi onto my page. I just wanted to add a few different other colors and make sure that the little ephemera bit that I stamped "Oh come let us adore him" on was firmly secure and wasn't going to jump off the page. And you might notice that I'm adding washi tape to the back of my prayer journal. It's something that I've done for years now at the back of my prayer journals or devotion books. I use it as like a page where I add all the little washi bits, which might seem kind of silly, but that's just what I've done for years. So now I'm going to write out Matthew 2:11 on the top, in that top little chunk, and then I'm going to write out a prayer below it. And that's kind of how I've been using the prayer journal, for writing out a Bible verse and then taking that Bible verse and using it as kind of a jumping off point for writing out a prayer. And so that's how I've been using it. You guys saw that as you saw the flip through at the beginning, to do a little bit of scripture writing and then write out a prayer. And I realized that the pen I started with wasn't super thick, and I really needed something a little bit thicker to see with the pattern on the patterned paper. So going back, I probably maybe would have picked a piece of pattern paper that wasn't so patterned to write on top of, because it would have been easier to see. But also, this is, a prayer for me and the Lord, and not everyone needs to be able to read it perfectly. So I have been doing and working through the prayer journal every morning. Juan and I have time in God's Word together before we get going on our day, and it's been just really nice to prayer journal every morning. And obviously this page is a little bit more, I have a few more elements on it with the stamps and the washi and pattern paper and stuff like that. But you can see in the other pages in this book, I've just been keeping it pretty simple with adding stickers or some washi tape. And it is a good reminder that I don't need to use all the things on all the pages. And so maybe you need that reminder too, that it's okay to keep your journaling simple, especially when you have a month-long or more intensive project like this. Another tip for you guys, if you're doing a longer, more intense project like this, is to incorporate it into your daily routine, which is, like I mentioned, what we do in the mornings. And another idea, if you're doing a month-long project, is to prep your pages and have supplies gathered. So I do have a YouTube video showing how I gathered supplies for all my Christmas projects that I'll link in the description box below, so you guys can watch that. So if you guys are here from Jess's channel, thank you for watching. I hope you'll hit the subscribe button and stick around for fun creative faith videos. And be sure you guys go head over to Jess's channel as well, so you can see how her page came together and what God taught her as she was praying about what it means to adore Jesus, to worship Jesus, to praise Him this December. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. And be sure to head to my Etsy shop and pick up one of these Creative Faith Christmas prayer journals. And I can't wait to see how God's going to use it to speak to you and encourage you this month and this December. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.